So the year that we're talking about is the second full year where we've been offering additional discounts for all of our members. Barry mentioned this at the start. 2 different types of member benefits are now available depending on which shop, either a flat 10% discount during weekdays or specific product discounts throughout, which is up to a third off. These instant discounts have provided more immediate benefits, which members have appreciated. Obviously, it's come out the one pot, which is why last year the dividend rate was slightly lower. I think most members understand that. But how have these instant rewards been received by our membership? Well, in short, members are now spending more money with us. In the last few years, the amount of business coming from our members has increased from 10% of our total trade to nearly 15%, and it continues to grow. The instant rewards have also encouraged 4,500 new members to join us in the year. It maintains a rate more than double what we saw prior to the instant member rewards being introduced. So it seems word is also spreading to new people. This year we set ourselves the ambitious target of increasing the amount of active members. These are members using their card at least once every couple of years, by 5%, and we increased it by 6.88%. So it's encouraging people to come back to using their membership card. It seems that when it comes to doing our members at least, we're doing pretty good this year. One area where we are struggling, however, is encouraging our members to use more than one business. So you'll get people using their card food or the department stores or the travel agent, but not necessarily a combination. So the number of members using more than one has actually come down a little bit. So we're going to address that in the coming months. We've got additional discounts for new members coming into our department stores, so they'll be getting 10% off in the housewares department. We've got more coupons coming into place, which will be offering incentives to encourage people from one business to the other. And we're also aware that a lot of people now don't even bother bringing a wallet out with them. So how do we use their membership cards if they haven't got it with them? So whilst companies were popping out apps left and right, we went old school in the year and trialled some key fobs. We sent them out to about 4,000 members and colleagues to trial. We learned some lessons, we made some tweaks, and they are now available to all new members coming in as an additional option. It just means if they are paying on their phone, they do at least have their keys with them, hopefully, to get back home, and they can still use their membership card. If you haven't got one, incidentally, and you would like one, there's an email address on the screen and you can just give us a shout. Okay, moving on to some of the community involvement that we've done over the year. We have enjoyed working with Essex Community Foundation. They manage our community fund. Over the year, our membership committee have selected 7 local charities to award just over £20,000 to in total. The grants vary in amounts from between £2,000 and £5,000. The panel are very careful to consider things like the area in which the businesses or the charities operate. We like to make sure that we cover all of our trading area. We like to consider things like the types of people and the causes that they're covering. And we also take into account our own cooperative values and how do these charities and community groups align with those. These particular causes chosen in the year have kept charities open through core costs. We've built gardens for school lessons. We've delivered environmental workshops. We've used theatre to build confidence in youngsters who would otherwise slip through the cracks. And along with other projects and community work, which are benefiting what we estimate to be about 22,000 individuals in Essex. That's been through 44 grants, which have assisted 42 groups. There was 2 groups that achieved 2 grants. We've also built up an endowment fund, which means that in the future, this will be self-funding and we'll be able to continue offering grants without putting any more of our yearly money into it. In this total, since we've been operating now in 2021, nearly £68,000 has been donated in total. And you'll see on the screens the primary beneficiary, hopefully you can see that okay, is for children and young people. But we're also benefiting people with a wide range of mental, physical, financial difficulties, or who are just in difficult situations. The primary issue our donations have dealt with have been providing learning and advice and mentoring and supporting those with a range of disabilities. Other issues have been supporting those going through domestic abuse, food poverty, homelessness, social inclusion, to name just a few. Now, the Community Fund was introduced post-COVID as a new, quicker way to assist local groups. It took the place of our pre-existing Charity of the Year and the Community Card scheme. We made the promise to continue to support any of the community card groups that remained active, and at this point we still have 80 of them, just about, still using their community card groups. And in the year we awarded just over £2,000 to these guys. But as you would expect with us, it's not just about providing people money. We also like to get stuck in and make a real difference where we can. We funded a cooperation in nature project with Year 3. We work quite closely with them in Writtle. You just have to go to the store now to see the work of their projects up on the wall, and that will hopefully remain there for a generation or two to come. We've donated water to cover a number of school sports days, and we also covered a water station at the Baddow Half Marathon. We've been keeping our communities tidy in parks, estates, and in one case on the beach. And it wouldn't be a presentation from me without including a picture of one of our directors dressed as a fruit. And this year we have Pauline Dodd as a pineapple. Congratulations, you made the cut. And this was during our annual event in Braintree to support healthy eating. We've worked with councils to ensure no elderly residents went hungry over Christmas. We've worked with churches to make sure that bored school kids over the summer holidays have got activities to keep them out of trouble. And that's not to mention any of the food tastings, refreshment donations, countless hampers, book swap stations, and twice a fortnight coffee mornings, which we do all year round anyway. We found out late last year that 2025 would be the United Nations Year of the Co-op. Co-ops all over the world were tasked with talking about how they build a better world. We took that as an opportunity to not only talk about what we're doing now, hopefully, to build a better world, but also what we've done in the past, and also to improve, potentially, new ways of helping community groups and charities in the future, and to champion the individuals that live in the places where we operate. Which is why we started the year talking more about things like British farmers and fair trade, 30 years of fair trade, in fact. It's why we gave our members the chance to have a virtual tour of the Rochdale Museum, birth of the modern co-op movement. And we also had the video of our first 150 years, hosted by this wannabe TV news reporter you'll see on the screens. It's also why this summer we're holding our second gathering of Community Fund beneficiaries. We're going to be investigating ways that they can work together more. When we did this last time, it actually uncovered some surprising benefits for each other. They could signpost people that they work with. It could open up new services and new benefits. And it really lived up to our mantra of helping those who help others. So we'll be doing that again in late June. And it's also why we rescued the Regional Pride of Essex Awards. After they've been gone for over a year, they provide a great opportunity for local heroes and courageous teams or community stars to be recognised for their work. Now in their 30th year, the Pride of Essex Awards have been doing that for 3 decades. So if you know of any inspirational youths or unsung heroes, or perhaps even a star of Essex worthy of a Lifetime Achievement Award, if you could consider nominating them on the email address, or the website rather, you'll see on the screen, that would be terrific. The deadline is September. Also coming up later this year, we're back at the Little Legs Festival. The jury is still out on which director I will get dressed up as a banana. We'll be marking Co-op Fortnight with a Co-op food tasting, specifically wine and cheese. That's on the 3rd of July. Tickets are already on sale. You can get them through our website. They will be £10 per ticket for members. It's actually very worth it if you've ever come to one of these events in the past. We've also got a series of litter picks coming up. The first one being on the 27th of June in Chelmsford Park, followed by one on the 28th of June doing a river clean-up nearby. And there's going to be more to come as well, I'm sure. But for now, we're going to continue providing benefits to our members every single day, as well as the 2 member price discounts that we've discussed at the start of this presentation. Members can also benefit from the new Cutting Costs Not Convenience campaign, which covers all customers to our stores, meaning it's never been a better time to be shopping for value for money in our Co-op shops. Coming up in the next presentation, Dan's going to be talking about the results of the elections. If anyone here is interested in standing to become an elected member, we would love to hear from you. Anyone watching the videos in the future too, you can find all the information on our website. Also, increasingly, it's becoming useful for us if you wish to vote from home. So if you aren't on the postal voting register yet, you can do so by visiting the webpage on the screens now. I think that's it. Yeah.